when I go on social media,
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of makeup artists. I see a lot of hair artists. I see a lot of before and after pictures.
I feel like you better get messy.
People
Go
posting stuff.
You gotta go there. Okay.
And you know, I'm just wondering, like, it must be a very competitive landscape because all these artists out here, like, who really, you know, who's winning out, who's doing it.
Yeah.
So, what has been, maybe this hasn't been your challenge, but what has been one of your challenges in the beauty industry?
That's a good question. I think awareness. Everyone wants to be known, whether that's for their cleavage or for their talent. Everyone wants to be known.
Right.
And we're all guilty of it. Your first impression to people is based on the amount of followers you have.
True.
The more followers you have, the more successful you are.
Right.
Ignore what's in your bank account. You know what I mean? It's the amount of followers you have.
Yeah.
And that can sometimes be a bit
Deceptive.
that's the perfect word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have no idea I've accomplished some of the things I've accomplished when you compare them to my Instagram followers.
Right. Well, that's real. I feel the same way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where you have to make that personal connection because everything's so digital and electronic.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's way more important to touch hearts and be kind and really connect with people spiritually than it is to have 5,000 likes on a picture.
Right.
So for me, I have to learn to kind of focus my energy and just stay tunnel vision on what my passion is. My passion isn't to earn social media recognition. My passion is to make people feel good.
That's real.
And then if you let that be your passion, the followers will come.
They'll come.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So natural.
Absolutely.
But I will say a lot of my opportunities have came from Instagram, social media, and Facebook.
I think it's important to still brand yourself
Absolutely.
the right way, but the amount of followers doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
When you're doing it from the heart, when you're making that impact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people don't even know what's going on. I feel like Instagram is just like a highlight reel of people's best moments. And then you got Snapchat, which is kind of like the behind the scenes. I love Snapchat. Yo, my Snapchat followers is going up. My Snapchat list of people I follow is going up.
Yeah, I think I follow you on Snapchat.
I follow you too.
I don't think I've seen a video though.
I haven't been going in yet. You missed my New York journey, so
Dang.
I'll probably have something up soon. But
I think you could be less deceptive on Snapchat.
me too. I think
It's
people are
more
more
organic.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It's very organic, and it's a whole different style of creativity too. 'Cause
Mhm.
people get very creative and
Yeah.
the emojis and all that.
I know.
It's fun. It's really cool. But I think it's necessary too.
Mm-hmm.
To be. Do you feel like it's necessary to be on all these networks, or do you think you can just be your website, and Instagram, and then that's it?
Professional opinion, I think you should use as many outlets of marketing as you can because they're free.
They are.
Like gone are the days like people in Asia can see your work just by hashtag. Elena George, my mentor, she was doing makeup in the 90s. She didn't have that advantage. She's worked over 25, 30 years to get where she is. But here I am 3 years in, and it's because of things like Instagram and Facebook that it kind of accelerates things a little bit more than it did in the 90s or 80s or 60s.
Absolutely, that's real. So what accomplishment are you most proud of?
Oh, wow. Accomplishment as of 24 hours ago, I think that it's pending, so I don't want to speak on it. But just even having the opportunity to audition for CNN, the #1 news in the world.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. That's gonna change the game for you. Once you get there, you're gonna be bouncing all over the place.
I could be in Nigeria one weekend. I could be in
Tokyo,
and I ain't gotta pay nothing.
It's gonna change everything.
I could do Obama's makeup next.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing. And a lot of like Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, Ebony, like.
Weren't you at the Emmys?
I wasn't at the Emmys.
Oh.
No, I heard you say that, but I wasn't go with it. No.
I know I saw Emmys something.
Wait, that means my brain is good because if you associate me with Emmys and that's in your head, then we can go with it.
There you go.
That just means you're speaking it into existence.
Yeah, I think I see you with the Emmys.
Well, thank you.
Probably
I receive it. I receive it.
What frustrates you the most about today's culture? I know we talked about social media. Is there anything else that's going on in the world or just in your industry that really just grinds your gears?
I would say it's hard to get me upset, but when I do get upset, yeah. And what gets me upset is I have a heart for children, and once upon a time being a preteen and knowing the pressures of being beautiful, and it's ever so present with YouTube, and I just can kind of imagine like a little 12-year-old little girl that's not that confident about herself and staring at the YouTube channel, telling herself she's not that pretty, or looking at a commercial saying, oh, she's not that pretty either. And then I think there's so many outlets and so many media, ways to look and define beauty that when she looks in the mirror, she doesn't see. What kind of upsets me is that in the media, there's not multiple forms of beauty. There's one form of beauty.
Which is what?
A narrow nose. Everyone's trying to get that contour. High cheekbones, doe eyes, long hair, long eyelashes, full lips, small waist. I can go on, you know what I mean? I can go on and on. Big booty, like small
Don't forget the big booty, all right?
pretty toes.
It's precious to me.
Like, really. But even for the girl that doesn't have a big booty, so I guess to answer your question, the pressure that's placed on young women and young girls to be beautiful when they don't identify themselves as beautiful. Yeah, because they don't meet the status quo of beauty.
So what do you do to kind of counteract or to deter people who say makeup is superficial or hair, all the sense of what beauty is, what you're doing is maybe adding to that little girl who doesn't feel like she's pretty. Like, how do you say what you're doing is positive?
To be real, I wish I had some great answer to tell you. Like, I'm campaigning in, Brooklyn right now with young girls, but I'm not doing anything that big. But I think one thing that I can, the little bit of interactions that I have with people, even though I'm in the superficial business of beauty, I think I project that regardless of these fake eyelashes that I have on, this lipstick and foundation that I have on, people should connect with what's on the inside. And being able to live that and walk that. I want people to say, Tiffany's very, very pretty, but her heart is way prettier. It's even prettier. Her personality is amazing. Tiffany's a great artist, but she's super professional. What's on the inside mattering most. There you go.
Yeah.
So I think showing that character and walking and living that, you can be pretty and be sweet.
Right.
There's a lot of beautiful women who are.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of.
It's hard to find these days,
right.
boy.
And then there's a lot of not so attractive women who don't find themselves that attractive, that are the sweetest girls, but never get recognition or attention because they don't aesthetically look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
So I try to find that hybrid to kind of have both.
Be that. You gotta
Exactly.
be that light. People can see and say, okay, well, I can be pretty and be down to earth too.
Yeah.
I'm actually very blessed to say that the women that are in the ShineHard family are all very beautiful.
Oh, good.
All very, very humble and down to earth. I think it's very special that I was able to find them and they're willing to work with me. So I know you're going to be a great addition to that.
Thank you.
To that group as well.
I really appreciate it.
For sure. So what advice would you give to aspiring makeup artists or hairstylists, young people who want to get into the industry, or people who are in the industry who need to do better? Like, what do they need to know?
I don't know. I mean, I still have room for improvement.
There's a lot of artists out there that are like, how does she have all those followers? Or how does, I'm just as good as her, but maybe they're missing something. Maybe they don't understand some of the mechanics to being successful in this business. So I feel like you're on the path of, taking the right steps. You have a mentor, you're a professional, you're doing some things that people need to know how to do.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, maybe from what you've seen, are people who aren't doing it well, or people who are just coming up, young girls who you might have talked to or seen, what do they need to know?
I'll give you two answers. I'll give you the Oprah answer, and then I'll give you like the real answer. I'll give you the real answer first. So, practice. With any type of craft, practice. And not only practice on yourself, because there's a lot of artists who know how to do their makeup and their hair. But when you don't know how to do anyone. Like practice on everybody. Anyone who will let you put a brush.
Will people let you practice on them?
No, we're gonna start with the family first. So ask your mother, your sister, your cousin, your dog. Ask those people first, because they can't tell you no. Even if they tell you no, pin them down. They might put some lipstick on.
Is that how you started?
Yeah, but they didn't have to pin them down. They let me.
Okay.
But yeah, my mother. I have a 4-year younger sister. She's 4 years younger than me. So we've been practicing all our life, and she's a really good influence and it's super motivating. So I wanted to practice and really study the craft. YouTube is a great resource. I'm self-taught, but I won't even lie and say I didn't study YouTube videos. I took a little bit from every single thing, whether it was knowing what not to do or what to do. Instagram, books, reading is so fundamental in any single industry, and there's so many great books out. Kevin Kwan, Bobby Brown, a few authors that have really good books. So study the craft, practice the craft. And then once you kind of got that down, locate some local photographers that will test with you. So there's a lot of good, talented people in the suburbs that know how to do some bomb hair and makeup, but they never capture it through photography. And you can't sell, makeup is one of those things that sucks because as a developer in, say a residential developer, once you build a home, it's there for 50, 100 years. Once I create a face, it's gone in 8 hours because she just took a shower. So in the beauty industry, you have to capture that with photography. And good photography, whether it's your iPhone, and then your iPhone moves into
an icon.
An icon, and then you really have to capture what you do. So yeah, contact local photographers. Model Mayhem is a great, it's very amateur. When you're first starting out, be very careful because there's some photographers that are amateur photographers, but
they're trying to holler? What do you mean?
All the crazy stuff. I've never had those experiences because I've always been a good judge of character. Identify a good photographer, have a meeting with him at Starbucks in a local place, get to know
him. Very Craigslist-esque.
You know what I mean? Pretty much get to know him, see if he has an established website, and then just say simply, hey, I'm getting started in the industry. I have a few friends and family that I really want to do some makeup on. Would you mind capturing the makeup once I get done? So that's that answer. My Oprah answer is at the end of the day, just be kind and treat people right. That I feel like weighs way more than everything else I just said. That smile and that gift of kindness and it's gonna get you way further than knowing how to do, like I said, a contour and highlight.
That's real.
So that was my Oprah answer. Just be nice to people. Like nice will get you a long way.
So how can people find you?
Social media, of course. Everything's Tiffany Lumpkin.
Okay.
Lumpkin like pumpkin.
All right.
So Instagram, TiffanyLumpkin.com, Facebook.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So that wraps up this week's ShineHard conversation with professional makeup and hair stylist Tiffany Lumpkin. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I had so much fun.